Developmental Psychology II. Divorce and Personality Development Across Middle Adulthood. Divorce is a life experience that might have several consequences for the divorces. Indeed, studies report a variety of long-term economic, social, physical, and mental health consequences, although the fullest extent of such effects remains debated. Demo and Fine 2010. Such consequences are of increasing interest of research and have practical implications. To date, most previous studies on individual consequences of divorce focus on changes in the domain of well-being and health. However, little is known about long-term association between the experience of a divorce and changes in personality. Individual and social consequences of divorce. Divorce is considered a major life change that can be a stressful experience, even when the marriage wasn't happy and divorce was desired. Wade, Luo, and Lewin 2010. During this life change, individuals have to deal with many stressors such as interpersonal conflicts, prolonged uncertainty, divorce negotiation, and residential and financial changes. In addition to the idea that a divorce represents a temporary crisis, researchers have claimed that divorce can be seen as a source of multiple chronic strains that might have long-term consequences for the divorces. Amato 2010, Demo and Fine 2010. Indeed, divorce seems to have both negative short and long-term consequences for some individuals. First, declines in well-being following divorce have been evidenced across multiple dimensions. Johnson and Wu, 2002. Luckman and Ed, 2009. Wade et al., 2009. Although some studies suggest that the typical period of decline lasts around 2 years, Harrington and Kelly, 2002. Other studies suggest that a number of individuals show declines in well-being after a divorce that lasts for 7 years without returning to the baseline levels. Johnson and Wood, 2002, Wade et al., 2009. Second, individuals who undergo divorce tend to evidence decrease in general mental health. Wade and Pevelin, 2004. And increases in depressive symptoms. Bullock, Williams, Lovato, and Patton, 2009. Third, physical health seems to be affected by divorce. For example, Sperra and Neathard, 2009, established an increased mortality risk for divorced individuals over a 40 years period, suggesting long-term and cumulative negative effects of divorce on physical health. Fourth, a divorce has major economic consequences such as less money for both partners, but especially for women and children, and potentially greater work hours per week, which is especially stressful for children who are at home most or all of the time, which is most likely with mothers. Gadala, 2009, Sayer, 2006. Another consequences refers to an increased risk of unemployment for men, Calnihin, 2005. Fifth, divorce might be a source of chronic stress in parenting, which in turn can have downstream effects on children. For example, research indicates that parental divorces is associated with upstream psychopathology. Nofrio et al., 2005. Moreover, researchers suggest that the risk of externalizing behaviors and internalizing problems lower academic achievement, and more problems in social relationships is greater for children whose parents divorce than for those whose parents stay together. Lansford, 2009. Although the strains associated with the divorce might be stressful across all ages, there are specific needs and challenges in the middle adulthood that might make adults in this life period sensitive to effects of divorce. Willie and Martin, 2005. And specifically, middle life is a challenging period with diverse environmental and individual changes, and multiple social roles with wide responsibilities in social complex environment. Altman Impress Lachman 2004. These include not only work careers, but also family roles in terms of relationship with others generation. Example given Children's Parents, Willis and Martin 2005. For example, middle-aged adults, as the sandwich generation, sometimes have to care for ill parents and at the same time for demanding and challenging children or adolescents. Schifrin 2009. This double strain may be a source of chronic stress in middle life that requires an adaptive balance between parents' care and employment and family roles. The potential negative consequences of a divorce might increase the number of complex challenges in middle adulthood. Furthermore, divorce might be especially significant in the middle period because family is often reported as the most important area in the life of a middle-aged adult. American Association of Retired Persons 2002. Divorce and personality development. Previous research has demonstrated individual differences in personality development across adulthood. Allman, Simprich, Herzog 2007, Mosrek, Spiro 2003, Roberts and Mosek 2008, Robert Wood and Caspi 2008. In other words, individuals vary with respect to both the degrees and the direction of change in their personality traits during the adult years. Accordingly, it becomes a question for research regarding what leads to these different development trajectories, with one plausible candidate being those major life experiences, such as divorce, that are experienced by some but not by all adults. As with studying the effect of most major life events, one is left attempting to assess causal claims using naturally occurring experiments, which are a less than ideal approximation. Several theoretical perspectives suggest mechanisms through which divorce might be related to the personality development in long term. For instance, the critical life events perspective suggests that life experience such as divorce might be associated with major changes in an individual's life circumstances, self-beliefs, and attitudes in a way that normal routines cannot be all help. Philip, 1992, 2007. This perspective assumes that critical life experience might trigger self-development and serves as an impulse for change. Changes accompanying stressful life experience not only are situational changes, but also take place within a person. Philip and Edmonds, 2009. This is exemplified in the Kipran self-beliefs or self-knowledge. Example given, I am competent and powerful versus my marriage failed. These challenges and constraints provoked by a critical life experience necessitate adaptation process and might thus result in changes in behavior, self-beliefs, and attitudes. In line with the conception of personality traits as a consistent pattern of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, Johnson, 1997, page 74. Changes in behavior, self-beliefs, or attitudes should be related to gradual development of personality traits. For example, it is possible that divorced individuals are less likely to attend social events, given that divorce will be associated with diminished social network and less willing to do so after losing a primary social support base. Both of these effects would predict decreases in extraversion in the long term. In addition, the role continuity perspective suggests that stable social roles promote stability of personality traits. Roberts and Wood, 2006, Roberts et al., 2008. Roles can serve as a consistent subjective environment that individuals act within across time and situation, which thus facilitates personality stability over time. Divorce, by definition, is associated with the major changes and transition with respect to role status. Consequently, changes in social role may promote changes in personality traits, especially new social roles. Example given being a single parent come with a new set of expectations and demands. Example given parental responsibilities. It should be noted that this perspective promotes the idea that personality change should occur because of social role change, but is less clear regarding the direction of personality change. That said, one possible prediction is that divorce may correspond to a decline in those traits predictive of investing in marital roles, such as conscientiousness. Lloyd Smith and Roberts, 2007.